Well, it's about time that I go to bed. I went to the doctor's recently and they did want me to have a blood test. I'm not sure if I'll actually get it done because every time I take a blood test, I feel sorry for myself. It makes me depressed. It doesn't make me depressed that I'm bawling my eyes out, but it makes me feel sad that I'm letting a part of me go, sort of thing. That in itself makes me feel a little bit sad, and then they put it in a petri dish and it dies, and it's like, you're just killing a portion of yourself, and it's like, I don't know, it's a very deep thought, but that's sort of what it feels like. And that in itself makes me pretty sad, and it sort of makes me not really feel very enthusiastic about getting a blood test. I was going to get one done just in case, just to see if everything's in check. It's been a couple of years since I had one, and I normally do one once in a while. Sometimes I go 5 to 10 years without actually doing a blood test. But my blood's probably really healthy. I feel like it's really healthy. It feels like it's got a lot of energy, and I just wish I felt as energetic as my blood feels, unfortunately. I don't actually feel like I lack energy. I just feel like I'm not doing enough. That's really all my problem is. I'm getting sick of just laying around playing with my phone and stuff, and it's like, I'm probably doing that a little bit too much. Maybe take up a sport. Maybe ride a bike. Maybe do some swimming. I could do so many things, but I don't actually do anything. I just go for a little bit of a walk, and then I just end up laying around. I don't actually need to work because I hardly ever get a job, and so I'm just staying around indoors, watching the TV and doing whatever it is that I do. I never really do very much, not as much as I would do if I were by myself. But even then, you can just kick back and just, I don't know, do absolutely nothing, even though you probably want to do something. So that in itself makes me feel like, I'm laying around too much a little bit. So I was thinking about when I was looking at the TV today, it's like, I spent all those years going to school and really all I had to do was just sit in front of the TV all the time. After all, I hardly ever have a real job, and so, you know, um, it, I could have just not done anything with my life and been in exactly the same position as I am now. It just sort of cut, the prospect of doing anything else, but all those school trips and things didn't really seem to, encourage anyone to want to actually employ me or anything. And so, I could have virtually just watched the TV since forever, and it would have been like exactly the same effect as though I had done what I had sort of done with school and study and whatever else. It's like, all you're doing in the end is just laying around watching TV a lot. Anyway, it's actually, yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking tonight when I was watching TV. I was like, I could have done nothing with my life and it'd be like exactly what I'm doing right now, which is, just watching TV. It's like my highlight. I really doubt that I have any real career prospects because, I'm almost in the middle of my life and I haven't even started a career. I was going to say, I may or may not do that blood test tomorrow. I mean, if I got up, didn't have breakfast, I would be like in a good position to get a blood test done. But if I don't want to, I don't have to. I never really get a buzz out of being analyzed by a doctor anyway. Last time I was being analyzed by a doctor, they were sort of tripping and sort of like, oh, you've got something worrying here, and then, oh, you don't have any worrying there, and they used to like change doctors, routinely, like every couple of weeks, and it's like, one doctor saying one thing, and then that ends, and then the other doctor says, oh, you're just fine, it's like, it's just like tripping doctors, and you don't take anything seriously because it doesn't seem like they have anything serious to say. Anyway, um, I don't really feel like, going to do a blood test now that I've been thinking about it, because I think, oh my gosh, my blood, it's going out of my arm, and it just ends up in a testing lab, and you're like feeling sorry for yourself. So that sort of turned me off the idea. But if I wake up and I realize, oh, maybe I should just once more, it's like, what is it gonna really do to you? Or I don't have to. Either way, I'll probably start the day with a walk. It doesn't matter if I go or not, really. Maybe I'll just pretend to go and then I'll end up walking around with the idea of having breakfast on the go, and see if I feel like it when I'm there, if I just happen to be wandering past the building. Other than that, I could just go and get a couple of donuts or something. There's like Easter donuts that I like right now, so I'm sort of interested in having a donut or something. Maybe a milkshake, I don't know. It's only morning, so there's nothing much that I'm gonna really want to crave, but that's what I could do tomorrow.